Alright, I want to talk to you about the Bob Beck protocol. This is something that was, I hadn't learnt about it until I came through in Anthony DiClemente's Biohacker's Guide or whatever it is. Great book, lots of information, way too much information for most people, but for me going through it and just checking through all the different processes and all the different things gave me a good idea of options, things that I may not have tried. So once I finished reading the book, I went through the entire thing and I listed out all the different things that I hadn't looked at, hadn't tried, and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. So the basic premise of the Bob Beck protocol is 4 elements. One of them is micropulsing, which is putting electrical pulses into the bloodstream to kill out some of the nasty stuff within the blood. Okay, by doing this, you would then be able to purify the blood so the body could operate better. Again, there is still a die-off effect from this, but part of the process. That's how I knew it was working. Step 2 is magnetic pulsing. The magnetic pulsing goes deeper. It's not just on the surface, but it goes into the organs. So you use quite a, it's a tool about this size with a handle and a head on it with a large magnet inside that. You'd hold that over a particular area and that would pulse into those organs, and same thing, start killing off any of the bad stuff within the blood and purifying the blood in that manner. To go alongside with that, he would use ozonated water. So you get a water ozonator, increase the oxygen content within that water, and then the oxygen would help to flush the body, and the more oxygen within there, the less chance for the bad stuff to survive. So the ozonated water helps to flush toxins out of the body, and it makes you feel good. One of the most enjoyable parts of it was just I love drinking that water because it just made me feel alive. The last part, colloidal silver, and it's a colloidal silver generator that you can get. So on machines, make your own colloidal silver. Colloidal silver is known to be able to kill off all sorts of different toxins, viruses, bacteria, all that sort of stuff. So just being able to drink that on a regular basis makes it work. So originally, Bob Beck put out these plans for people to make their own machines. And people would be able to get the plans, make the machine, and then go and do the protocol. And then he was making machines. Now lots of people are making the machines. This protocol's actually been around for a lot of years, and it is a very interesting thing. Again, it's probably going to be one of those controversial things, but I just know that when I used it, I felt better. I could feel something happening, and when I can feel something happening, then I have belief that it's working for me. Okay? I was able to buy all 4 of these machines to be able to work through the system at less than $1,000, which was fantastic. I'll include a link to show you where I got them from and what I picked up. And in fact, I actually only used the first 3. I didn't use the colloidal silver generator, or I haven't yet. I may at some stage, but I was already doing so much work on a Candida protocol. I didn't want to throw something else into the mix to be able to potentially overload my system. Also, making of the colloidal silver was a longer process than those other things, so it was just something that I didn't do. I may get to that further down the line, just out of curiosity. I have all the products for it and the setup to actually make it work, but I just haven't gotten there. So anyway, it's those 4 units used all in conjunction which can help to purge the body of some of these nasty things which could be underlying. And I say nasty things underlying, I'm talking about mystery illnesses. So yeah, you might know you have Candida or something, but you might feel like there's something else going on in there that you don't know about. Could be Lyme disease. Could not be Lyme disease, but something that looks like Lyme disease. I don't know. I've had my blood looked at under a microscope where the naturopath was convinced that I had Lyme disease because I had some of the indicators, but I didn't necessarily have the bullseye rash. I've had symptoms that go alongside it, and I don't ever remember having a tick bite. So again, when I went through the process on the other side of that, felt a whole lot better. I know it was working for me. So this is something that you can look at, and it may be something that you want to implement into your health regime. Again, I have included as much information within the link, so links to his website, how the protocol actually works, an old YouTube video which shows you a little of him talking about the background of it, some of the people that he's worked with and the testimonials behind that. It's interesting. It is very old, but it is interesting to watch. So worth the time if you have that interest and curiosity in with it. Again, use your gut as to whether you want to go down that path or not. But you could be somebody like me who has tried so many different things and just looking for that last little thing, another thing to add to it which might give you a solution, or maybe this is the one for you. We just don't know. But like I said, less than $1,000. I've spent 150,000 plus getting myself healthy in research, recovery techniques, just management, food, supplements, medicine, seeing specialists, whatever. $1,000 compared to $150,000, small. If I knew about this early on, this would have been something that I would have picked up straight away, because I believe it works. And that's really all it comes down to with any of this stuff that I'm talking about. I only tell you because it's something that I know works. It's generally something that I have tried and experienced the effects of, and if that is the case, then it's worth sharing with you. If it doesn't produce a result, or I don't feel like it produces a result, then I'm not that sure. Anyway, check out the Bob Beck Protocol and a little bit more of the dealings with it and see what you think. Maybe it is something that could help you drastically. Who knows?